Hello and welcome to another episode of News Connect. Today we're going to be looking at some of the challenges that landlords and tenants face when it comes to rent here in Ghana. It is actually illegal to pay more than 6 months advance for your rent, but some people are paying even up to 2 years or more in advance. My name is Melissa Rawai. This is News Connect for CCTV. Stay tuned.
It's a big challenge. As you can see, even as you are here, a lot of people are sitting here because of this problem that we are here. Because sometimes you suffer and go and pay rent. Later on, it will be a lot of problem. You see, so it's like it's a disease, or it's like something that is eating the people who are going for rent. Because not all of the people can breathe small before. You have to put your head somewhere before you. So it's a big challenge. People are facing, and I'm facing a lot of people, as you can see. Those who know the law, they demand, but who did not know, and they have overthrown, they will not take. What they demand is 1 year and 2 years, 3 years. That's what they demand, but it's not all of them. Those who knows it will take 6 months. But I know the law, but the person have his own house and he's taking his money. So how can you need a place to sleep, and a place to put your head. So what you can afford, you have to listen to him and pay. Sometimes it will be you have to scratch yourself and pay the money so that you need some place to sleep. So that one there, it is 6 months, but people did not take it. Some people are taking it. Even some people are doing it monthly.
There's no any difficult issue, but just the landlord said he wants the room, so I should leave the room. But now, immediately, I don't have money, so now I'm praying because I'm a pastor. Yeah, I'm started to doing the pastoral course, so now I'm praying that if God permits, then I'll prepare myself small to get some money and go and rent another apartment.
Normally, the landlords ask for 2 years. All the time, when you went to rent, they say 2 years. But I mean, the reason why I'm here is that actually I made a payment for. Mine is not a room. It's like I rented a portion of land on which I mounted a container. So along the way, the landlord also mounted the same business I'm doing, also entered into the same business. Then I was there all the time, he just served me with a notice that I should vacate the place. And
How much notice did you get before you had to vacate?
He served me the notice on 3rd of June, which was one fateful Sunday morning. I was there, then he served me the notice, 3rd of June. So on the following day, which was Monday, 4th of June, I also came to the rent control to report the situation on ground, because you cannot serve me 3rd and you ask me to vacate 31st of within the same month, which is an eyesore. I think it's never done anywhere. So I fall on the rent control, and I was giving summons to be given to him. He refused to accept the summons. So I have to make a follow-up to rent control for them to forward the letter to the police at the Taifa before you receive it. And even before he will come, I have to send him like twice before he didn't even come. He have to ask somebody rather to come. And I don't know. It's like they take the landlords take the law into their own hands, and they do what they feel like doing.
What do you think needs to change? Because it's illegal. It's illegal to be paying more than 6 months. What can we do to help change this situation?
As you know, for me and you, the fact is, our elders, who supposed to them, who has gone to school for this issue, they have put it on board. They're supposed to take foot. They have to move, and they are not doing it. How can you, the tenant or the landlord, change it? No. Those who know the law, like road control, they have to move. They have to go house to house. How much? And then they will also rule on the law, but they are not doing it. Are you getting me?
So it's the lawmakers. They need to change things.
That is it. So we cannot do anything about it. Only those who know, those who want to do the work, they have to do it. But we cannot do anything.
Now, you're a landlord, okay? So do your tenants come to you with challenges that they're facing, and how do you deal with them?
Actually, I don't have any problem or issue with my tenants. But what we do is they come in, they tell me the duration they want to stay. they give me that amount, then they stay, then they leave. But this is a case whereby a tenant has been in the house for over 5 years. What he does is, first year, he'll bring the full payment, then he'll just come and settle. Then the following year, he tell me, I'm not moving, I'll stay in. Then he does the payment. But this is a case whereby he has been in the building or for the room for the past 1 year, and he's not ready to pay, yet he's not ready to settle. That's the payment.
So wait, are you saying that he's been in the room or the building for 1 year and he hasn't paid any rent at all?
Well, I'm standing for my mom. We take in the tenant fee, then we use it to renovate the building or the house. And this is a case whereby he's not paying for the full year, so I have to take another money, or my mom has to get another income to do the renovation. So that's where the loss came from.
So if a tenant wants to stay for 2 years, do they have to pay the 2 years up front, or are they going to pay 6 months, or how do you do it?
No, what we do is, when the year is due or the tenancy agreement is due, I'll confront them or I give them a verbal information, and then later add a letter to it. If they are ready to stay indoors, if they are not, then they leave. If they are ready, then I'll ask them how do they want to pay, or how do they want to do the payment terms. Then they do the settlement. So we don't have any challenge with the tenant-landlord issue.
Okay.
Yeah. So they are flexible in the building, and no one is giving anyone problem. But this is the only landlord giving us that headache. That's the only tenant giving us that headache.
Okay.
Yeah.
The one that's not ready to pay.
And yet not ready to move out. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so you haven't had any of those kind of issues. No. But if an issue was to arise, say for instance the tenant they said they were staying for 2 years. They pay. And then after 1 year they want to leave.
Yeah, you just do the refund.
It's simple like that. Okay, so you don't have an issue with that.
That's when you understand each other. And for me personally, we are not depending on tenants' money. Yeah, you know, I'm working, my mom is working, other siblings are working. So by grace, we are not depending on tenants' money. So when they do the payments, we don't spend it. We keep it. Then if there's any renovation that we need to do for the building, then we use the money to do. That's it. So we don't have any issue whereby we've taken any amount of money from tenants, that the tenant is moving out, then we've already spent the money that we are not yet to put it back. Yeah.
You're a landlord, but have you rented before?
No, I personally haven't rented before, but my mom have traveled a lot. I've followed my mom whilst traveling, and she knows how traveling, you know that challenge is. So she's flexible with them, and all that she says is we should relax for them, that there's no issue with the tenant staying in your room whilst not paying. That's why this 1 year thing came. My mom used to say she has traveled a lot, and you know, in Chi we say, you don't know. So we are flexible with them. Anytime they feel that they have their money, they'll come and pay. They are staying in the room, they are not running away. So sure, they'll pay. That's my mom's policy. That has brought up this 1 year sleeping in the room without paying.
So that's it for another episode of News Connect. So it appears that some tenants and landlords have an agreement to where the tenant doesn't mind paying upfront in full for the duration of their stay for however long they want to rent their room or apartment. However, it is illegal to pay more than 6 months in advance for your rent. My name is Melissa Awad. This is News Connect for CCTV. Keep watching.